Well, hi, everybody. You get to see my mess here. Let me tilt this around. Oh, okay. Hi. Sorry I'm a little late. Hello again. Hello, hello, hello. Having a little bit of residual trouble. Amy knows all about it, taking an inhaler and stuff. Woo! Had to come off that little bit of a rush, delayed rush that was. Hi, Leanne. Hi, Wendy. Good to see you again. Hi, Abigail. Love you, ladies. Good to see you. So, yeah, hi, Dom. Good to see you, too. And I'm happy to see, Dom, I did get your message, and I'm happy to see that you are staying on top of everything that's going on with your health. Please keep me updated on all that, all right? So, yeah, I just kind of fell off the planet. It's just what it felt like. I mean, you can ask Amy. Hi, Di, good to see you. I have really maybe 10% of recollection hi, Loretta, of what happened on Friday evening, Saturday, and Sunday. Yes, I was out for the count. I gotta, no, it is not, knock on wood, right? Knock on all that. I never had a fever. I never had anything like that happen. And yeah, we're going to pull cards, but I feel like I have to explain myself a little bit because I canceled some appointments and stuff. I have of course, it's got to be rare, right? Neurological / autoimmune issue that the medical community doesn't really even fully understand yet. And no, I refused to go to the hospital. Yes, because there's only a few hospitals in the world that will treat it. And if you just go into an ER and you say this is what you have and you're having a flare up, they try to, I don't know, they try to contradict those findings, even though the test results and everything are absolutely in black and white, and the information is there from all the specialists across from wherever. My specialist is in Cleveland Clinic, and another specialist area is in Johns Hopkins, and I'm thinking about actually going to him. But so what happened was my family doctor left her practice to do inpatient. So she had this other doctor, nothing about me, take over my file and take over all the cases of all the patients from my former primary care doctor. And I always go in to get every 6 months, I will get a cortisone shot for my allergies because my autoimmune system is so screwed up that my allergies do not respond to antihistamines for very long. So I needed it. They kept giving me the runaround. I go in, and I am no joke, people. She pretty much forced me into getting, on top of the cortisone shot, a pneumonia vaccine, the Pneumovox, I think it's called, and also the latest flu shot. And I kept saying, hello, I have this going on with me. I don't think my immune system is going to be able to handle all that. And well, guess what? She did it anyway. Could I have just, knocked it onto the floor or something and not let her inject me with it? Sure. But I thought, okay, well, I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt here. Well, that was on it's about, I don't know, over 10 days ago, right? And it was in her office. And then I went to the shop on Thursday. I was feeling a little dizzy, a little weak. Never had a fever. Never had a fever. Yeah, Amy said she would have handled the doctor. That's right. Because she really bullied me. This doctor really bullied me into getting it. And so then on Friday, I had this huge burst of energy, and my mom left, and then I just went boom downhill. And what happens with what I have, and I'm not really comfortable talking about what I have going on genetically with me, but it's to a point where you can't even move your fingers. You're just kind of, you're alive, you're coherent, but your body won't move. So, but on top of that, I had all kinds of gastric issues. That it was interesting performance art pieces that I was creating, so to speak. And I don't remember, and I never had a fever or anything. And the family doctor was like, I don't understand why this is happening. And all I would do was sleep, because that's what happens when you have a flare up of this disorder is it's a neurological and autoimmune issue. So the more active you are, the more your autoimmune system flares up, and you're forced to shut down no matter what you do. Your body just... So I couldn't drive, I couldn't cook, I couldn't get out of bed. I was laying on the floor at one point because I couldn't walk. I could go on and on and on about this, but when I say it's baby stepping, yes. Am I still getting my energy back? Yes. But the one good thing about all this is that it allowed me, actually forced me, right? Let's look at it that way, because this is a plus out of all this. Forced me to observe. It's all. Took me out of the rush, took me out of everything, and I was the observer. I listened to my own thoughts. Sometimes I was even too weak to speak because my jaw was too tight from what happens to me. And I just, I really, really had to go deep. I had to dive deep really hard, really fast. And so I apologize for just kind of vanishing, because I had these grand plans of coming on here for the full moon, the blue moon, and because, oh, come on, Samhain, Halloween, that's like my go-to, right? And I couldn't. I don't even remember those days at all. I don't. It's really strange to have lost time like that, but I don't remember. And here we are. And in amongst kind of getting out of that, so yeah, being an observer, being forced to step back and just watch what's going on around you. There's a lot, and thank you everybody for putting up with me for just divulging. I feel like I'm whining almost about all this. It is very scary. I will admit, I'm human. It's scary. And the lack of knowledge and treatment for it is what prevents a lot of other people across the entire world from getting treatment when they do have something like that happen, because they are treated horribly and like lab rats when they get to the hospital. So there's that. So I will probably at some point make a honest effort to be very outspoken and almost like a warrior on its behalf. Okay, get the word out there and make it a very known situation out there in the globe. But so what happens when we pull out of society, when we're forced, right? We're forced to stand in the corner. That's it, right? We are, we can't do anything. You know, as they say in Monopoly, do not pass go, do not collect $200, go straight to jail, right? Well, that's what it felt like. I felt like I was in a jail. I could not move. I couldn't. So I just listened, and I saw certain things and certain situations that I had been involved in, and I am so happy, so relieved that I almost feel like coming out of this on the other side, that the adage that Oscar Wilde said, just be yourself because everybody else is already taken. That is my new credo. I mean, I know people don't understand me. I know that there are a lot of judgments that have been weighed against me in a social area. And therefore, instead of having the respect and the maturity to discuss it, it's better to do it behind closed doors. I don't play that way. I don't. I respect people, and I do not find that respectful behavior. If that makes me the bad guy, well then, whatever. But this is all stuff that I have been thinking about. And I think some of you guys here that are watching tonight, if you're still watching, given the fact that I keep going on, I think some of you know some of what I'm talking about, okay? Because you know me. I'm not going to point out names. Let's see what some of you guys are saying, okay? Let's see here. Di. Oh, Di's in the UK. Wow, it's kind of late for you over there, isn't it, Di? All right. Well, thanks for coming in and joining in. She says, this is a long one, but I'm going to show it across here. They're talking over here of making it law to have vaccinations. I said to a chap in the store queue the other day, told him they could throw me in jail, and I'll still not even let him be tied. He'd be in the cell next to me. Yeah. This is a situation at hand. Now, if any of you caught what I did earlier, I spent this afternoon trying to get up my energy to do tonight, and I just wanted to kind of get out of my apartment and to see if I could drive, because my mom's been driving me everywhere, and everybody, you know, my sister Amy, who's here tonight, and my mom, they've been taking care of me. So I went to Beaver Creek State Park, which is one of my go-tos, and I loved it. I love spending time there. And what happened? Well, if you caught the video, you know that out of the entire enormous main park that is Beaver Creek, yeah, Mom drives her too. That's funny, Amy. I'm like crazy, right? These people, they didn't drive to where I was. They didn't park anywhere near me. There weren't any cars around me, but a family that had 5 children that were all under, I'll say, under the age of 10, one in a stroller. And this man, I'll venture to say the father was late 20s, early 30s, very, very screaming. Yeah, yes, that's exactly what I'm about to talk about, Di. Now, I said, with every situation that we're thrown into, there is some kind of a sign, there is some kind of a symbol. And I think that that's something we have to think about. Now, for me, like I said, I didn't have a choice. For me, I was put into my body. That was it. Couldn't even talk. That was it, right? I had to just observe. That's it. Couldn't even work the remote. Half the time I couldn't even hold up my phone. I could scroll every once in a while to watch videos, but that was about it. And so I was forced to be outside of society and ask myself, did I want to be included in things, or was this what is meant to be for me? And then I go to the park today, and I'm actively seeking out seclusion, just kind of be in nature. And what happens? Out of this, how many acres of park is Beaver Creek State Park, Amy? I don't honestly know. It's huge though, it's enormous. These people are walking around and they decide to sit at a bench 20 feet from me and scream their heads off. And they are so boisterous and obnoxious that I was just like, this is wild. This is really, really wild. And so what can you take from that? This is what I took from it. I'm going to put up the good fight and do the work that I can. And if it benefits me along the way, well, okay. There's growth in that. There's evolution in all of who we are and in the energy that we are and who we become, right? But I was burning sage and, I was just kind of meditating before they zoomed in on me. And it's always, I like to say to my clients, the dark's always attracted to the light. And in the roughest of seas, the ships out at sea will always look at the lighthouse or look for a light on the shore to see whether or not there are rocks below or how close they are if their navigation fails, right? So it kind of felt like that situation for me. At least that's how I'm going to interpret it. So it kind of felt like, yeah, I'm going to keep doing this. I'm going to keep doing readings. I'm going to see where my life goes. My specialist in Cleveland has not gotten back to me yet. But I am going to obviously have to take pauses and timeouts so that something like that does not happen again. But will something like that probably happen again? Yes, because people are just ignorant as to what triggers these symptoms in these episodes. That is the crux of the situation. So I will still be doing readings for everybody. And thank you for hanging in there while I go off on this. But anyway, let's jump into some stuff, huh? So hi, Marcia. Good to see you. You say hi to Matt for me. Now, I did pull a card, and it was for like a general sense of things, right? While everybody was screaming their head off. And I pulled it from that new deck that I got a couple of weeks ago, right? Called the Guardian of the Night. And this is the card, the Six of Swords. Now, with this card, I'm sure you can see it a lot more clearly now, right? And as I was trying to say, is that, as you know, the swords are always a conflict, whether it be the beginning of something, whether it be just being on guard, right? That kind of like, the hesitation, like what could go wrong, or, I'm ready, bring it, or the damage has been done, or the battle, right in the thick of things, right? So with this, look at that top sword up here. It's heading in the same direction as the turtle, isn't it? And that turtle's going after wave after wave after wave. So things are being thrown at us. And we are ready to go into it. And we are going to have to fight. There is a struggle ahead. There is. Things are going to be topsy-turvy. And when I think, I don't know if you were able to hear me before, because there's hardly any cell reception down there. But I said expect the unexpected. I want to take that back. What I want to say is to be open. To be open and understand that whatever gets thrown your way, you are prepared. Whether it feels like it or not, you're prepared. It's just about how deep are you going to go inward into those emotions, into that shadowy work, kind of like I did. Excuse me for bringing myself into this, but I'll do it. Kind of like I had to over the course of the past week, where I couldn't move and I just went inward. All this water, that's emotion. I was in emotion and I dug deep and I figured out, what sword am I going to pull out of my depths to go into battle with? But here's my advice. Pick your battle wisely. Because there's going to be wave after wave. They're not large waves, if you notice. But they're going to be rapid fire. So hang in there. Hang in there. You are prepared for what's to come. And I also want to say, it's the 6. Now, 6 cards are often known as triumph cards, which is also why I'm saying you are prepared for what's to come. Now, this card is the general card for everybody, like the state of affairs as to what's going on. And I know what's going on in the U.S. right now. And I guarantee you, this has nothing to do with a vote count or crap like that. This is all about the individual, meaning us, each of us, okay? And our day-to-day. So I hope that helps a little bit. Keep that in mind, okay? Let's see here. And Di, you have some really great insight in here. Yeah. Yeah. Is it a battle? Let's look at this idea of what a battle is when it comes to all this, okay? And if I get too like whiny or syrupy even, just let me know. Because I wasn't exactly sure where all this was going to go, because I am heavily medicated. Just put that out there. I truly am. I'm heavily medicated. So, but a battle. Is it that? And I actually posed this question with my mom, too, because she's going through a lot of upset right now. What we choose to see or what we feel is a battle. Is it a battle because it's something different than what we want, what we expected to have by now? Or Is it something that is just completely different than what we're used to? Might not even be something, what we're used to might not even be something that we deserve, right? But if we get so used to it and something different comes along, sometimes we end up guarding it and protecting it and picking up that sword saying, hell no, you're not taking this away from me. But the universe, higher authority, source, whatever your personal beliefs are, right, has a way of redirecting all of us. And it's like, okay, look, I don't know how to get this through to you, but we're going to take you from point A, skip over B, and put you into point C and see what happens. That is what I think is happening right now. That is very true, Di. That's very true. Yeah, the personal truth. And I was actually watching this thing very briefly, because again, I kind of blacked out, with Deepak Chopra. And I think it was just recently too, he was talking about accepting your darker shadow selves and how that's where you will find peace, is if you actually absorb those qualities into who you are and incorporate it into who you are, because that's when you learn true acceptance, and that's when you'll be at peace with who you are, at peace of yourself. So let's think about that, all right? But anyway, card time. Ah. Now remember, everybody, let's see how far I can go. Couple more things. Spiritual Psychics TV. That thing that I do every bi-weekly for the UK, it's usually on Facebook, but over the course of the past couple weeks, Facebook has really railroaded them, and a lot of other people I know actually. And so they are having their live streams on their YouTube channel. And you can find that in the event that I'm a co-host of on my Palm page. And also just look up Spiritual Psychics TV. Excuse me, it's the medication. Jen, holy, you're from New Zealand. Oh my God. Well, I am just about to get into doing cards, Jen. So let's see what we can do for you, right? Look at this. We got somebody from New Zealand. All right. So tonight I have Guardians of the Night, which is that new deck, right? A couple weeks ago, got it in the mail. I don't think it's available in shops yet, but it's by MJ Cullinane. It's a tarot deck. And she is the one that designed the Crow Tarot. Now, tips, absolutely appreciated. Absolutely. Come on now. But they are not necessary. This is just something. Yeah, the YouTube channel is Spiritual Psychics TV. That's the name of them, Marjorie. So yeah. And I will down here, let's see. I'm horrible at doing this. My fingers still don't really like to work at the moment. Bear with me. I do not believe you have to have a PayPal account to do that, but that is my PayPal. If you want to give me a tip, you can send whatever you want, okay? And then there's also links in the description of this event that go straight to my website, and you can enter in whatever you want there too, okay? All right. So, let's do this, right? Let's do this. How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? Getting my energy up here a little bit. May seem odd, but I usually do this before I come on live, but I was a little bit late tonight. Okay. Rebecca, what are you saying ugh for? Okay. Well, Jen, you're getting a card because, I don't know, your energy is really perky. Perky, New Zealander. Okay. You, my friend, are getting a tarot card. Oh, I did ask, didn't I? I told you, Rebecca. I'm highly medicated. Just hang in there with me, folks. Okay. So this should be pretty interesting, huh? Okay. Jen, Ms. New Zealand, this is for you. Oh, I can't get the card. I'm sorry, I'm just still looking at this card. I'm not that familiar with the images on this deck yet. And I have to say, this is mind-boggling. You, my friend, got the Joy card. The Ten of Cups. This is the energy around you at the moment. And this may be something that you don't actually see, but I'm telling you, my friend, have a lot of happiness going on around you. Now, don't let that fear that you might have, that I'm kind of picking up, it's coming into my head here, that some people have that belief of like, what's it called? The higher they climb, the harder they fall, or something like that. Do not keep waiting for something bad to happen. No, you have to live in this moment. You have to live in the moment. You have to embrace it for what it is. It is a joy card. There's a lot of emotion around you. There's a lot of feeling. There's a lot of joy. I can't get over this. Look at all these various animals enjoying each other's company, and they're all in pairs. So it's almost like they have found each other. They have found comfort in people that they have things in common with. And this is where you were at. And I also want to say that we also have the imagery of the tree of knowledge, tree of learning, whatever you want to call it, right? Whatever aspect you want to be pulling from there. And we see the owls, which is wisdom coming from. So I'm going to say it's the tree of learning, tree of knowledge, okay? So don't focus. And I don't know why I want to say this, but I know that you operate under, I do believe, a different season situation than we do up here. Okay, so don't focus on the changing of the year, meaning something bad is going to happen. Don't be that negative Nancy. I also hear that in my head, okay? This is a happy card. Enjoy and embrace it. It's there for you and you alone, okay? Enjoy it. Now, let that, oh, all right. Good. I'm happy that that helped out a little bit. Okay. Now, let's see. die. There you go. Yeah, that was it. The bigger they are, the harder they fall. Well, die, my friend. You're also getting a card. I know it's really late for you, so I'm going to do you next. Now, I can just rattle off whoever is going to get a card. I'm so happy to see you guys. I really am. I really am. Okay. So let me get Die's thing off here. So this is for you, Die. And let me know if you have any questions about that, Jen. Okay. You can DM me or whatever you got it to do. Okay. See here. Now, Die, this card is for you. Getting a weird feeling off this deck for you. Oh my. Okay. Wow. Mind-boggling imagery, everybody. So, Die, this is your card. The Moon. What are you looking for? That's the first thing that pops into my head here. What are you looking for? Remember what I said when I pulled that card for everybody, right? That general card. And I said that no matter what comes our way, we have to understand that we are actually prepared. The card even says we are prepared. We have an arsenal within us, buried within us, that we can pull from that arsenal and use out in our day-to-day lives, no matter what comes our way. It's just how far do we want to dig to get it, right? I have one question to ask. Are you putting that fish back into the water? Or are you trying to catch it? Which are you doing? You have such cunning knowledge and wisdom and care. This is a major arcana card for a major life situation change. And we did just come out of the blue moon on Samhain, Halloween, which I didn't even get to talk about the true date of Samhain, did I? Forgive me. Right? Anyway, I will get to that. But anyway, so this is where we're at with you. We have all this water imagery. We have a garbage pail. We also have the sky rise, right? Which actually reminds me of around where I used to live in New York, which is interesting. Side note, squirrel, right? But anyway, which is it that you're doing? Are you releasing something? Or are you trying to contain it? I think that is the key to this imagery on this card. Really, really is. And look at how daring you are to be doing this. I mean, you are right out in town and you are still doing this. I applaud you. I do. I applaud you. And I applaud you for being you. And I applaud you for I also want to say doing that shadow work. And now I'm looking over here on the side and it says you've been reading that book I recommended to you. There we go. That's what this card is about. All right. You are at a turning point. You're at a turning point, and this is exactly what that card is about. I hope that makes sense to you, Die. And you actually have a fish that isn't admitting defeat yet. And what? Eventually lead to a change of residence and country too. What? Look at you go. Oh my gosh. Die. This card is all you. Major, major change. Remember how cunning you are. And I also want to say, you know, enjoy the moonlight. I don't know if you actually like light a candle, burn some incense, do whatever you do around the moon. I kind of get that vibe from you. Enjoy it and embrace it and set many goals for yourself. If you want to, arrange them so that it is cyclical like the moon. Okay. But this is a major change for the better. Okay. Perfect. Hi, Precy. Good to see you. Good. I'm happy. It makes a lot of sense. Precy's from the Philippines. Wow. Precy, I think I've come across you before. All right. Marjorie, I'd like to do a card for you. Are you okay with that? I hope you're still here. Sometimes people come and go. Okay, yes. Marjorie would like a card. Take pictures, Di. Di is saying she's going, oh, jelly. I'm jelly. I'm envious there. Wow. So anyway, while I'm shuffling, did you know where the word bonfire comes from? Or the word holiday comes from? Or the word Halloween? I thought that was you, Precy. Good to see you again. Okay. So Marjorie's getting her card. It would appear holiday comes from the word holy day. Controversial, I know, but hold up. Hold up. There you go, Rebecca. Rebecca knew. And then Halloween somehow evolved out of a cross between Holy Day and Samhain and Hallows Eve. That's right, Marjorie. Yep, there you go. But Celtic, everything is going on the Celtic calendar, and what was going on in Ireland apparently was kind of a little different from each other. So Samhain, which looks like Samhain, if some of you are familiar with the term, with the pronunciation of Samhain, right? Now, Samhain, according to astronomers and astrologists and everything, is actually today, November 7th. Look it up. I was shocked too. And I was like, wait, what? I have my energy back on the true Samhain? That's crazy. Okay. But there you go. Here we are. The veils are still thin, as they say. Pay attention to your dreams, everybody. And bonfire. Bonfire, Rebecca, is that bones were tossed into the fire. Meat, animals, etc., right? The food, after they were done eating, would be thrown into the fire, and the fats off of the bones and everything would make the fire even bigger. And how many thousands of years later? Bonfire. There you go. I know. I kind of thought it might have been like you know, bon as in like French for good, you know, but no, bon as in bones, bone fire. So I thought all that was very interesting. Marjorie, you ready for your card yet, sister? Okay. Okay. Ooh, it's got some little energy off these. Okay. You're very welcome, everybody. Well, Marjorie, the King of Cups. Look at you balancing that one little cup on your nose. Just balancing it perfectly. You also have the stars over there that are actually creating your crown. Pay attention to the actual moon phase here. Now, what can we say about the imagery on this card? Well, first off, you're not all in the water, are you? So there is actually some facet of the stuff that that's going on in your life right now that you want. Let's just do it. It's visual. It's right here, okay? That you want to bring to light to people. This is it. This is what's going on. This is why things are happening the way they are. This is it. But it's at night. They're not going to see. They're not going to see it. Marjorie, I wish I knew what your hand looked like, because the answer as to how to get them to see it's in your hand. Okay? For real. Now, the King of Cups, King of Water, King of Emotions, chalices, all that, right? He is a king, but he also wears his heart on his sleeve, which is also why I say all that pent up stuff. You have picked, you have chosen specific things to put in that cup, right? And you're like, here, take it or leave it. Well, you're out in the middle of the ocean, and you're an orca. Okay, you may scare and intimidate a few people, but why would you scare and intimidate a few people? Because you are king. You have so much wisdom. You can see the flaws. You can see the effects that those flaws have on other people. You can see when these people don't speak up to say that they have been hurt. You see all of it, and you hold on to it, and it adds into your ocean, and it makes the depths that you swim in even deeper. But right now, with everything that's going on in your life, you are ready to say, hey, this is what we've got to look at. Use your wisdom. Use your crown. Use your crown. I did read your hand, Marjorie. Okay, then tell me what... Tell me. Did I talk about your Mercury finger with you? Mercury's your pinky. Okay? Let me know. But the gist, I should say, of this card is that you are going to have to bring these things to light. You have to, because a king knows. A king puts up with a lot of crap. He does, right? He's the king. You know, he will sit, all of his, I don't know what I don't want to say peasants, but like citizens or whatever will come to him with their complaints, and he'll be like, okay, yeah, okay, I hear it, okay, deal with it. And then he also knows when to go into war. He knows when to create a truce. He knows how to micromanage. He knows how to kind of delegate things and delegate roles to people, right? That's how he became a king. But you are the king of cups, meaning that you take on a lot of emotion. And if I said that you are an empath, Marjorie, did I give you the book that I gave Di to read? Because I'm really thinking that you need to read it so that you get rid of this little bit of frustration that I think you have. Okay? Because I'm picking up on some frustration there. And Sarah, yeah, I'm feeling a little bit better. Thank you for asking. I am medicated. I am on a bunch of muscle relaxers and stuff like that, so that my body will not automatically seize up. Yes, the Judith Orloff book. Have you been reading it? Is it helping at all? And Wendy, you're next. Wendy's getting a card too. I just wanted to put that out there. Keep you here, Wendy. Don't go anywhere. I just want to quickly hear if that book is helping Marjorie. Okay, perfect. Keep reading it. Okay. And also look up on Facebook some of the her events. She even has like a group on Facebook. Free. Don't have to buy anything to be a part of it. But it's being part of a community. You know, you can get different insight that way from others. And Marjorie, I'm going to pull another quick card for Marjorie, everybody. Now, remember, everybody, I am going to be on Spiritual Psychics TV on Tuesday. I can never remember things. Forgive me. At 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 10:30 in the UK at night, 10:30 at night UK. And I do not do military time, whatever that may be. That's what that is. All right. Now, it's going to be on YouTube, on their channel over there on YouTube, because Facebook is being, I would use an expletive here, because they're not just doing it to Spiritual Psychics TV, but they're doing it to like a lot of people I know. So, but Marjorie, this extra card is for you, all right? Now, this is an oracle card. Remember what I said about a community going on to Dr. Orloff's Facebook and things like that? Positive-minded people, Marjorie. There you go. You will find positive-minded people once you go over there. So please check it out, okay? And keep in touch with me. And thank you for doing the math, Di. Oh, God, there's a whole long story about me trying to do UK time, too, which we will not get into. It was so embarrassing, everybody. Now, Wendy. I hope that helped, Marjorie, by the way. Now, Wendy, let's get your card. I wonder what Wendy's going to get. and over on the Spiritual Psychics TV, I actually read palms over there. Yeah, people send in pictures of their hands to the producer, and he puts them on the screen, and I read them live. So, and I do cards too. So here, Wendy. Who new is in your life? Is someone new coming into your life, Wendy? What's going on? One of the top things I want to say here is an elephant never forgets. So is this somebody that you knew in the past? Is this the potential of a really meaningful friendship kind of coming back together and braiding together again? Or is it a little something more, a little something, okay? As the kids say, a little something. Look at that beautiful imagery. These cards are amazing. There's a lot of healing of the hearts, meeting of the minds here in this card. This is the Two of Cups. Good for you. So pay attention. Be open. Don't close yourself off. Don't close yourself off, Wendy. This is a happy card. We also see, and for the life of me, I don't know if it's the muscle relaxers or what, but I cannot remember the name of this, and I'm getting a bit embarrassed. But we have the medical, if any of you guys know, yeah, help me out, help a girl out, thing there. So it's also a mending of the soul. This is a soul bond, okay? Now, don't be like, oh, I don't want to meet anybody new. I don't want to do this. I want to do that. I don't want to do that. This is somebody that is going to have such a positive impact on you. And literally the first thing that popped in my head was an elephant never forgets. So this is somebody who you've probably known in the past, and you're just going to like see him again, and it's going to be like, hey, oh my God, what have you been up to? Okay, that. Yeah, got it going on. Good for you. All right. Catechist, is that what that's called? That's great news. Why, Wendy? What you got going on? What do you have going on, Wendy? I'm happy. I'm happy or happy? What's going on? Okay. So who is next? Remember, everybody, tips are appreciated, but not necessary. Sarah, Marcia, wait. What's going on here? Marcia, are you still on here? Oh, you're very welcome, Wendy. Marcia, if you are still on here, I would like to pull a card for you. If not, I will just go ahead and keep it going. Sarah. Sarah, you're getting a card. Where'd you go? Remember to share, like, do whatever you got to do to get this out, everybody. I know this new Facebook is like, I don't know what's going on with Facebook, everybody. But like I said, they're closing down a lot of people's pages and a lot of different stuff. They're just rearranging things. So there are new algorithms, etc., etc. So if you could just do me a favor, just spread the love, I'd appreciate it. So, Sarah, you're getting a card. Okay. And Marcia, you're getting a card too. You snooze, you lose, Marcia. I'm doing Sarah, and then I'm doing Marcia. Okay. Okay. There we go. Yes, Facebook is actually censoring them. And I don't get it. I don't get it. I've seen a lot of really questionable things on Facebook, but yet they're still there, and people that just don't do stuff like that are getting censored. And I'm like, oh, all right, okay, whatever. So that's why a lot of things are being put over onto YouTube. Yeah, stop in the light. Yep. Okay. It's okay, Marcia. We got you. Okay, Sarah. And if I'm yelling, forgive me. I just keep saying that a lot tonight, don't I? Here's your card, Sarah. You pulled, I pulled, the same card I pulled for everybody today, Sarah. So, did you happen to see that little video I did earlier this afternoon, Sarah, about what's going on for everybody in general? Like the general feeling of the vibes that are at play right now? Because you really need to go back and watch it. And it's really choppy because I was out in a park and there's hardly any cell phone service, but I tried to do it anyway. But short. I'm going to shorten it, make it short and sweet here because I want you to go back and watch it. Now, no matter what is coming your way, okay, Sarah? There are going to be a lot of little waves, one little thing after the next, okay? It's not all bad. It's certainly not going to be comfortable. Irritating as hell. But you have an arsenal to pull from. You have an arsenal that you will have to reach deep for to get if you want to use it to defend yourself. But you have the arsenal at hand. And already, if you notice up here, we'll do this right there. This sword is at the ready and it is heading in the same direction as you are coming out of the water. So you are at this like bring it moment, this bring it stage in your life. If you understand that kind of, I'll say it like Brooklyn, he's like, bring it, right? Like, I have this, I have the strength, I'm ready, just do it, get it over with, right? That is what is at play here. Now, another thing I want to point out, though, is that with the turtle, a lot of indigenous cultures, right, First Nation cultures and First Nation tribes often call the earth as the turtle, the land of the turtle, right? And I don't know why I feel this with you, Sarah, but, and I don't like to venture into politics here. I don't, because I haven't even been able to watch my TV, to be honest with you, or scroll through a lot of my internet stuff, because it gets a little crazy. But what impact, what change do you feel in your heart? What change needs to be made and that you feel you can be the one to make that change. Think about that. This is about you and you alone. This is going to have a major impact. Focus on it. Build on it. Is it going to affect you? Yes. That's why you have a shell. So anytime somebody, any of the naysayers say, Sarah, why are you saying that, Sarah? Why are you thinking that, Sarah? That isn't a good idea. You can just go right back in your shell, or you can dig deep down into your arsenal, whip out your little sword, and be like, back up. I know what's right. Pick your battles wisely. That's for you, my dear. Yeah. Yeah, you get a turtle. You get a turtle. Everybody gets a turtle. I hope that helped a little bit, Sarah. I get a lot of very, passionate, and I don't mean love. I mean, strength. Like, this is my belief. This is what we're doing. Kind of feeling with that card for you. And as I said before, the 6 is a triumph number, but it is also a love number. As in the major arcana card, the 6 is the number of the lovers. Okay? So make that change. Make that change for people. That thing that has set that little spark inside of you to ablaze. Act on it. Hi, Matt. It's good to see you. Marcia's here too. So I hope that helps, Sarah. And if you're like, what the hell is Rachel talking about? Just message me. Just to be honest with you, I'm still in the daze, but I thought I would come on here and do this for everybody. All right, now. Let's see. Sarah says, after all that diatribe I went on, I'm going to watch your video again. I know what battles to fight. Lockdowns changed my outlook. You're very welcome, and I love the little turtle. I do. Okay. Good. All right. Now, Marcia, do you want a card? Because I did say you were getting a card. Let me know. You'll take a quick drink. That's another thing. I didn't have a voice for about 4 days. That was good. Okay. Oh, I'm trying, Wendy. Life goes on. Thank you. One of these days I will actually talk about what I have going on with me. It's just it's so very rare that people kind of look at you like, what? When you say that that's what you have going on with you. Stress makes it worse. Yeah. Me, stress. Okay. All right, Marcia, you're getting a card. This is the Guardian of the Night Tarot, remember? And I'm pretty sure you can get this deck on her website, actually, if you go to her website. This is the High Priestess card, the number 2 major arcana card. Isn't that beautiful? Okay. But you can't get it in a store yet. Okay, Marcia. I hear a lot of people talking. This does not surprise me at all about you. The Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Coins, Queen of Earth, Queen of Attainment, Look at the imagery here. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. We have the lunar moths. We have, again, this very, very beautiful crown. And on your back, you have a bird. You are that still and that trusted that you actually have a little bird on your back. You have a blanket over you, and you also have a key on your blanket. You have the key to the kingdom. You have the key to the kingdom at hand. You do. This is all about accolades. All about accolades. Where you are at right now, Marcia, is you have to appreciate how far you have come, and you have to actually, how do I put this? You know, if somebody buys you gifts or you win a basket, sometimes you just kind of want to look at the stuff. You don't want to actually try any of it. You just want to enjoy the moment and look at it. Well, get into those box of chocolates and eat the freaking chocolates. Enjoy it, okay? Smell those flowers. Feel those flowers. Accept those compliments, okay? People come to you. People, and I also feel like you're going to get news from somewhere. Don't know what that's about, but I feel like you're going to get news. And also the fact that you have this key, I don't know if you can actually see it right there on the blanket that's covering you. It's right here, okay? So you have the key. You are carrying it. You're like the caretaker of the key keeper, okay? Now, so what you want to do with your kingdom that you care about is entirely up to you right now. Ball's in your court. Not just saying that because I've done a reading for you outside of here a while back, okay? Also, I'm curious about this bird. I wish I knew which bird this was. What kind of bird? See it right there? Okay. Kind of looks like a cardinal, but not. I wonder. Anyway, I'll probably look into that a little bit later. But as we know, in Hindu beliefs, the cow, oxen, all that, right? They're revered. So this is about a soul situation, a past life situation. You have come a step forward, a part of you, a facet of what makes you you in this life. From your past life, you have come forward. Pay attention to your dreams right now. Pay attention to those things that just seem to be laying at your feet, like as a gift. Like, here, we honor you with this. Enjoy them, embrace the moment, okay? But where you go forward is entirely up to you. Roll your dice. Roll your dice. There is a message coming. There is a message coming. Okay. Hope that helped a little bit. Matt saw your card first, Marcia. That's not quite fair. Oh. Aren't these cards adorable, Dawn? They really are, right? Now, Matt, do you want a card too? I'm going to let you tell me if you want a card. You're very welcome, Marcia. Matt, would you like a card? All right. Card in hand. Oh, everybody. I wanted to tell you, the restaurant that I do readings at sometimes, owned by Rennie Lewis here in Lisbon, they found a celebrity chef. Right? She has not made a formal announcement to say who it is, so I will not say who it is. But it is a vegetarian restaurant, and it is how do I put this, high-end restaurant. Rennie Lewis is the jewelry designer from New York City. She is a name in and of herself, and I actually live in one of her buildings. So that is something I look forward to. And the name of that restaurant is the Courthouse Inn and Restaurant, and it is in Lisbon. So if you have been to it, check it out on Facebook, because I'm sure that there's going to be some kind of update very soon. Okay, because she did call me. She was really excited. Okay. And why am I telling you? Because I will be doing readings there like I was before too. So Matt, why did I bring up vegetarian food with you, Matt? I'm joking with Matt. He knows why I'm joking. Okay. Here's your card, Matt. Okay. The Fool. This is the beginning of the entire deck. This is the beginning of something new. Now, look at the imagery here. Now, don't say that you were the rat in, the rabbit in the last card. No. But what you are is a rabbit who's just kind of out there in the open with these wolves being like, hey, why aren't you moving? Now, the energy with the Fool is that you're just starting something. It's kind of like that naive energy, right? It's just like, oh, I'm just going to leave. I'm just going to go. I'm just going to start something new. There's usually not a lot of forethought. There's usually not a lot of planning. It's like, let's just get in the car and drive without consideration for gas, money, food, etc., right? That's usually the principle behind the Fool card. But let's look at this a little bit more closely. Where's that rabbit standing, Matt? This rabbit is standing on ice, isn't it? And that wolf weighs a lot more than that rabbit, huh? So even though that rabbit is out there on thin ice, it could fall through the ice, but it's also a way to escape those wolves too, isn't it? Because who's going to fall through first? Not you. Them. Okay? So there is an amount of safety in this card that isn't seen in a lot of other decks. Now, I still have to point out, you're on thin ice. Okay? And the elements, they are very cold. But there is also a divine plan as to why you are starting something new. This is the beginning of something, okay? And I don't know if I almost want to say kind of like, you know how when you first, like almost like an infatuation, state of infatuation, where you get happy, you get bubbly, you get excited, that kind of thing, right? And no, I'm not saying you're talking to anybody else or anything. I'm just saying that kind of emotion that's involved with starting something brand new, right? Brand new. Well, There is divine reason and divine purpose behind all of this. Look at the Aurora Borealis in the background here. And yeah, we could get into the science behind all of this as to why Aurora Borealis actually happens the way it does, etc., etc. But let's just focus on what's at hand here. You are to experience something new, and you are to experience it without having a jaded view of it. You are supposed to go into this situation, whatever it is, without any preconceived judgments, notions, or just automatically thinking, I know how this is going to work out. And I know the empath in you is probably going to do that. You're going to have to stop that. You have to feel relaxed. You just have to go wherever the cookie crumbles with this one. Don't try to catch those cookie crumbles. Just go with it. Okay? I don't know if that made sense or not. But remember, even if it feels a little dangerous, the wisdom that is inside you knows you are being guided by a higher force right now. Yes, you're on thin ice. But there's a lot of dangerous things that are going to fall away from you, fall into the depths of iciness and away from you before you do, if you ever do at all. Okay? Learn. I hope that helped. I hope that helped. That's a pretty intense card, Matt. No, Matt, this isn't the Bowie deck. This is the Guardian of the Night deck. This is by the same lady that did a deck called the Crow Tarot. And it's not available in stores yet. I donated to her Indiegogo campaign to help get it printed, and so she sent me an autographed deck as a thank you for it. And then I got these cards, which I love. I love these cards. You're very welcome, Matt. Yes, they are very intense. These cards are intense because it deals with shadow work, and which is that downtime stuff that we keep pushing down in ourselves in order to just do our day-to-day lives, to get through the situations that we're faced with on a day-to-day basis. And I've been liking to work with this deck because we are going into shadow season where, there's not a lot of hours in the day that have light. It gets dark quicker. We are inside. The days are going to get colder. We are going to be more introspective. And these cards kind of show a way as to not fear. It's like what I said, Deepak Chopra, right? I hope I said it's probably Deepak Chopra or something. But anyway, I've always called Deepak Chopra. We have to learn to accept those facets of who we are that seem horrible, right? That seem to be shocking, that seem to be deplorable. We have to accept them. We have to embrace them. We have to incorporate those facets of who we are, into our reality. Because if we don't, we're doing ourself a disservice. We're passing judgment on a part of us that needs to be heard. And that, my friends, is why I've been using this deck. I know I got some deep stuff I'm pulling out tonight. But I hope that helped everybody. Okay? I hope that helped. And remember, Tuesday, this coming Tuesday at 5:30 Eastern Standard Time, 10:30, or what did you say for you, Di? Like 22:30 or something. In the UK, I will be over on Spiritual Psychics TV, reading palms and cards for them, and it'll be on the YouTube channel because Facebook is censoring. I don't get it. I don't know. But thank you once again. And if you want to book me for anything, here is my website address, elementalintentions.com. Please remember my Facebook is, I'm trying to type and my fingers do not want to type. Okay. PayPal.me, Rachel G. Palmistry. And I'll be doing a couple more lives every once in a while because the spiritual shop that I was working at, they decided to close. So I will be in and around. I got some things planned. I do. So take care, everybody. And thank you for coming by. And I really appreciate seeing all of you. Hang in there, guys. Love you. I do. No matter what. Take care. Bye-bye.